We are Stefano and Sasha. Welcome back to our channel. Today's video is a little bit different. It's a get to know us. You're going to find out who we are and how we got to living in our camper in Costa Rica.
Welcome to this video. We are in Costa Rica finally. We crossed the border yesterday and we found this nice place at the beach, which is quiet and calm, and we decided it's the perfect place for us to share a little bit our story, our background, why we are here, what we're doing. So that's what we're gonna do today. First of all, we want to introduce our special guest, Nala.
This is our Mexican street puppy,
Which is being a little bit naughty these days because she's changing her teeth, so she likes to chew everything. But the story of Nala is, you want to tell them? What's the story of Nala?
Yeah, we were driving through Mexico, and whenever we would see puppies, we would run out of the car and try to feed them. They would usually run away, which was upsetting. But we saw Nala around Oaxaca, and we put this in a video as well, our rescue, and we'll share that video. And we saw her on the side of the road, and she was so tiny and skinny, and we got out of the car, and she just came running straight towards us. So we scooped her up and we put her in the camper, and we celebrated because we finally got the puppy we had been looking for. And we've been looking after her for the last 8 weeks. We weren't sure.
She was in really bad condition.
Yeah, she had no fur because of all the ticks. We gave her coconut oil massages.
And look at her now.
She is a chubby little bunny now.
So Sasha is gonna fly Nala to the United States probably next week. Today we're gonna do some research and see, because we didn't want to leave her here. There are too many stray dogs in Central America.
Even too many dogs in sanctuaries. They're all full.
Yeah, so we are hoping that Sasha's mom's adopt her. But if that's not the case, we're gonna find a home for her where she can be happy and loved. Okay, and now turn off Sasha.
So I'm Sasha, obviously. I'm originally from the United States. I moved to Australia when I was 18 to go to university, just to study abroad for a year. And then I loved being away from my parents so much. I loved the drinking age in Australia. In America, it's 21. Australia, it's 18. So I decided to stay and complete my degree. I got a university degree in architecture, and then I became a Pilates instructor, which I have been doing for the past 10 years, teaching Pilates. And then I also train other instructors, run workshops, I teach online and things like that. And 3 years ago, in 2019, when I was actually backpacking Central America the first time, I launched my yoga mat business, which is the yoga mat that we're on.
Do you want to tell what's your business name?
Yeah, my business name is Luna Active Fitness, and I design and sell eco-friendly, beautifully designed yoga mats of the highest quality with no toxins, no chemicals, no plastics, so they last a really long time. And I've just launched in America this year on Etsy as well. So I sell them in Australia and I sell them in Etsy. A friend is looking after my mats and shipping them out for me while I'm not in Australia. So I work on that a little bit. I should work on it more while we're traveling, making content, thinking of new designs, creating new products, marketing, and things like that. And that is really enough for me to feel fulfilled while we're traveling.
Do you want to tell why we decided to do this, or like your experience with like traveling and?
So we both obviously love travel. I come from a really small town in America where people didn't even have passports or leave the state. And so when I went to Australia and I got to go on trips to New Zealand and Fiji and travel, it really opened my mind to a whole new world that no one where I had grown up had really experienced or told me about. We started watching YouTube videos of tiny homes. It started with tiny homes, tiny home builds, and then we moved to bus builds and van builds, and we were just obsessed with watching these videos, critiquing them, saying what we would do different, what we thought was really cool. And then the idea came in our head to build our own bus, which we could not do in Australia. Australia doesn't actually have school buses. We do have Toyota coasters, which is like the same thing, but they're quite
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah,
And so we decided to take a trip to America to build a school bus. That's really the only place that you can do it. And then take the bus traveling around. We can't travel in America actually with it because of Stefano's visa.
yeah,
So the
yeah.
only option really was Mexico and Central America. But we both love surfing, so we wanted to come travel in the bus and come on a big surf trip as well.
Okay, so my turn. Obviously, I'm Stefano. I'm from Italy, and I just want to say sorry for my broken English. I know it's not perfect, but
It's
it is
better
what it
than my
is. It
Italian.
is what it is. So when I was 26 years old, I decided. Is it okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I decided to move to Australia. So I was working with my father's business, and my life was pointing in one direction, which is probably what everyone does in Italy. So stick to your job for 40 years and yeah, never change and never grow and never like try different experiences. So I when I was 26, I decided like before settling and let's say put myself in jail, I decided to go in this trip. So I bought this one-way ticket for 1 year trip, and basically I never left. So I did 2 years of working holiday visa, which is a visa that lets you travel and work at the same time. And then I applied to become citizen. So Sasha as well is Australian citizen, and I'm Australian citizen too. So we are both dual citizens, which it like give us the opportunity to travel and always go back to Australia. And I think that's what we will do eventually. Australia is an amazing country where you have the freedom to do most of the things you like. You can reinvent yourself, create a new career, change many times, and also like there is a massive connection with nature, with the ocean, surfing obviously, and lots of like activities that you can do outdoor. So I feel Australia is the place that we would like to be in a long term. By saying that, we met like 2 years ago during COVID. We met randomly, actually on Tinder. Like our relationship starting more like a fun thing, I would call it. But the thing that triggered all this and made this happening was actually our first date. So we had like a pretty good first date. We went for surf. So we surfed together, and then we had a coffee. And while we were chatting, first time not knowing each other, we were sharing like what were our dreams and what we would like to do in life. And both of us had like same ideas, which was like traveling, be free, be financial free, and
In
be in
nature,
nature,
surfing, on the
living like
beach.
sustainable life.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, everything started to roll in this direction. So we were dating for 6 months. Sasha wasn't sure what she wanted with her life because she came
I'm
from,
still not.
yeah, yeah, she never is anyway. But yeah, she was coming from a past relationship, and yeah, she didn't maybe have that solo time, that me time that she needed. So it took her a while to decide if she wanted to be with me or not. Saying that, like, yeah, now here we are, and 1 year later, we had this crazy idea. We want to share this also because we received like a few bad comments saying that like we are rich people, that our parents are rich, that like all sorts of things, you know?
Which, first of all, we're in our 30s, so
Yeah,
if we had rich parents, it doesn't matter. It's not a
yeah,
thing at this
yeah.
age.
Uh,
But yeah, we want to share that Stefano's a barista.
yeah, so once I moved to Australia, I reinvented my career and I love coffee. So I decided to become a barista and working in cafes, and that's like what I like. And Sasha is a Pilates instructor, so they're not like a crazy job. It's just pretty average job, and we are pretty simple and average people. So we wanna inspire people with this experience and tell them that you don't need to be like a massive like person.
You don't have to be special. It's not reserved. Chasing your dreams and living your dream life is not reserved for special people, rich people, successful people, certain people. Unless your dream is like super expensive, anyone can kind of live this lifestyle, especially this particular lifestyle, because it's not particularly expensive compared to others.
But yeah,
it can be if you're like us and you suck at budgeting. But basically what we did was we just took the first step. We watched all these YouTube videos and we decided, you know what, this is something that we want to do. So we started saving money. We created a savings account just for this trip to keep us motivated.
I was working 2 jobs and Sasha picked up extra jobs, so we hustle it. It's not like we have money to do this.
Yeah,
we did our
for a whole kind of year. That was just our focus. We worked a lot. We sacrificed a bit, you know, saying no to things, and we decided that this was something we were going to do. So we had 1 year really to make it happen.
Even less than 1 year. And then we sold everything that we had, like
furniture, cars, surfboards, clothes, everything.
And we decided to start this massive journey. One thing that also pushed us to do this experience, it was like, even though Australia was really good during COVID time, there was this restriction, Australian being an island, no one could leave or enter the country for more than 2 years. So after a while, you kind of feel a little bit claustrophobic, like in jail. So as soon as they open the border, we say, okay, let's do this, because like you never know. One thing that COVID teaches us is like, don't wait, because you never know what can happen in your life, you know, like you never know what's going to happen tomorrow
in the world.
Whatever your dream is, whatever like your goal is, like just go for it.
Don't save it for retirement, especially this type of travel would be so tiring when you're retired. So we kind of decided to take like a hiatus, like a year off or a bit more, to kind of do our thing and just change our focus from, you know, setting us up for our future to enjoying our life, surfing, getting better at surfing, figuring out what interests us, learning new cultures, exploring new places, meeting new people.
One thing that we want to say is like, even if you, like sometimes in life happens, you don't know what you want, you don't know what your purpose is, and we think that traveling is probably one of the best way to figure it out, who you are, what you like, and what your goal will be. Because like she said, like you meet new people, you create new connection, you learn new things. Like these all YouTube things for us starting during our trip, since like when we went in Baja, we met like a few YouTube creators and new like social media creators, and then we thought, okay, maybe this is something that we would like to do, and that can happen to you as well, like while you travel. So travel is like
it shows you other cool people that are doing cool things. So instead of just being in your network of your little bubble, of your little world, seeing everyone doing similar things, traveling, you can meet people living on a boat or a yacht, people who have multiple houses in multiple countries, people who have been digital nomads for years, people who live in their vans, people who are building tiny homes and hostels. Like you meet people that are doing so many cool things. So it shows you the true breadth and span of amazing cool things that you can do as well. So it's really inspiring. Being around that kind of different lifestyle energy shows you that you can do it as well.
So saying this, like leaving Australia, we just did a quick stop to see my family, and Sasha met my family, and then we went to United States to Sasha's mom in San Diego, and there is where we built our first bus. So the idea was to building a bus and travel all the way down here in Costa Rica. But we were not really sure. People would say, oh, the bus is not so like not comfortable in a driving way. It could be difficult and too big. Thank God, we decided to test the bus. So we built the bus in 3 months, which is not enough time.
It's very, even if you don't know about building buses, like that's a very fast time frame.
Yeah. So my visa was only for 3 months, so we have to work hard in a
That was
short
not
time.
by choice that we did that.
In a short amount of time. And yeah, like she say, like we didn't have any experiences, so we feel like the YouTube gave so much to us because everything that we did, like we learning from YouTube.
Yeah.
And we think this is a way for us to give back to the community. You can go on our channel and you can see the tour of our bus, where you can see some of like step of the building. Unfortunately, due to the time crunch, we couldn't like film every day, so there are some part missing, but we try to capture the main part of the building. And so yeah, that's what one of our goal is to give back to the community.
Yeah, literally without YouTube, there's no way we would have been able to build a
Yeah.
bus. Not with blogs or Google research or anything. There's absolutely no way. We had no skills. Like in architecture school, I actually got banned from using the saw because they thought that it was so dangerous. So we had no skills in building anything. We had to borrow tools from the neighborhood, which was super helpful. And literally without YouTube, this would not have been possible. And a few years ago, maybe this would not have been possible. But because there's so much on YouTube now, it really opens up like your life and the
Yes.
possibilities of things that you can do. So we wanted to give back to that community that gave so much to us.
So yeah, you can find bus video, truck camping video, and traveling videos as well, and as well as like a normal life, day in a life. So we like to share both sides, like the good side and the bad side, because don't think that this is just like a good side.
Yeah,
it's like 50-50, if not 60 bad and 40 good.
Yeah, living the way that we live, especially where we are traveling now, it's not always easy. It's rarely easy. But you know, a lot of stuff on social media and on the internet shows this lifestyle as being super dreamy, and you wake up on the beach every day and everything's nice, but it doesn't always
show me empty the toilet.
The hard parts, trying to find water, running out of water, breaking down. Our bus broke down on this beach where we had no phone reception in Mexico, needing to go to a mechanic and stuff like that.
Not
so
speaking the language,
yeah.
or barely speaking.
So we wanted to show the highs and lows and what it's really like, so that people can then decide if it's a life that they want to live. Something that we did not do before this was research. And we didn't watch a lot of videos on this lifestyle, or if we did watch them, they were honestly all like super positive,
Yeah.
and we were super excited. And when it came to starting this lifestyle and living on the road and things would go wrong, we were like, what is wrong with us? Why are things going wrong for us when everyone else on the internet just seems to be having a great time? So if we had been prepared for some of that stuff, we would have had more realistic expectations.
Yeah.
We want to share the full scope of this lifestyle.
So back to the bus. Yeah, we built this bus the bus that we sold in 3 months, and then we decided to travel Baja in Mexico to test it, and it was a great experience. Baja is good for like RV or buses, but we felt like the bus was not aligned what our trip. So we decided to sell the bus. So we went back to the United States, sold the bus, and bought this truck camper, which was already done. We just wanted like to create it like a better vibe inside it.
Yeah,
so with a budget, we painted, we changed a few things, and just make it look more spacious and lighter and brighter and connected like to nature. That's why it's all green. And with the truck camper, we travel basically all Central America.
Yeah.
Mexico,
Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and we just landed in Costa Rica yesterday.
And
Honduras.
Yeah.
I forget.
So yeah, this is like the plan for this month that just passed, and plan for future.
We have about another kind of month-ish here. We were going to stay for a couple more months down here, but we've cut the time short because we want to go back to California. And after we sold the first bus, we got a lot of messages from people asking if we could build them a bus, if they could commission us, if we had another bus to sell. So we're in talks with a few of them to build a bus just for them, to help them out, to use our skills that we've learned. And that timeline on that is pretty short. It's like 6 weeks.
2 months.
2 months, okay. Because then we want to go to Burning Man. And then we are going to Europe. We're going back to Italy this fall because
my sister is having a baby, so I'm gonna become an uncle. So we thought this was a perfect opportunity to chill a little bit, like after this massive journey. But it's not just that. Since we've been living together 24/7 for 1 year, we felt like that we need a little bit of break from each other. And this is another thing that you never seen online, like living together 24/7 in such a small space.
In such remote spaces,
yeah,
too.
sometimes it gets like a little bit overwhelming, like you're missing out like of your own space, and it's hard to create like your routine. So we felt like that it was like a really good thing for us to have like a little holiday apart, which is why I'm going with one of my best friends in Portugal when we arrive in Europe, and Sasha is going
with my best friend to Croatia, Spain, and Italy. I'm super excited.
So yeah, this is like a little bit like a short-term plan, and for a long-term plan, yeah, like we say, we like to travel, we like to be free, and eventually we want to reach the state of financial freedom. So one thing that I'm doing on my behalf, on like my side, is I'm also creating an online business which is called Summer Dream. And
don't give too much away.
Okay. That's it, guys. Well, you can't hear anything.
Stay tuned. It's a surf brand.
It's a surf brand.
Summer brand.
So I'm planning on creating like this surf poncho or surf towel, depending where you are. It's called in a different way, which is something that I related to because I like the ocean. I like surfing. So one thing that we can say is find your interest, find what you like, and try to find a way to connect it like in a way that can be profitable or can give you a purpose in life.
Yeah, that's the dream.
So our long-term goal is like trying to be financial free or like location free.
Location. There's all kinds of different types of freedom.
Yes.
We both love being free, but there's different types. There's financial freedom, location freedom, I don't know, job freedom. So we really want to be able to travel anywhere and work from anywhere in the world. We would love to build some more as well. Maybe build a van, maybe build a tiny house, maybe then build a bigger house. We don't know, but we definitely want to continue this lifestyle, but in a more sustainable long-term way. So that's really what our focus is for the next kind of year or two. We hope with this video that it has inspired you and shown you that anyone can chase their dreams regardless of the circumstances, that you're the person in your own way. And once you make that first step and then the next step and the next step, everything gets easier, everything starts to fall into place, and that anyone can live their dream life. If you do have any questions about more specifically how we do things, how we saved, building the bus, or anything like that, you can check out our other YouTube videos. You can check out our Instagram, and you can absolutely always message us on Instagram with any questions or comment on this video, and we will get back to you as well.
We know that like getting out of your comfort zone is like scary. So it was for us, but like we feel that like if you have a community of people, or if you have someone that did your same kind of journey, it can be easier. So we are here like 100% to support you guys, whatever your dream is, even if it's not related to this, like having someone that give you a nice word or like an encouraging word is like a massive thing. So yeah, just don't be worried. Like we're gonna be here 100%. You can text us and we'll be happy to answer anything that you like.
I think that's all. Please let us know if you enjoyed this video. This is a different style video than we normally do. We normally do more like
Yeah,
travel focused
I feel like
videos.
one thing that we wanted to share is like who we are.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes it's hard to know the person just like from the video. So we wanted to share a little bit like our background, what was our plan, what are our goal, and yeah, ultimately like the person that we are.
And what you can see in the future on our channel, what our future plans are. We're going to document our next bus build. We're going to do a better job this time. That's our goal.
We tried
at documenting it. So what you can see from the future from us and expect as well. So thank you for watching. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel if this sounds like somewhere that you want to be, if you're not already subscribed. And we will see you next time.
Ciao, ciao.
As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here on our channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we will catch you in next week's video.